Now, while you talk about this, what thought that I'm getting is there are certain business realities, right? On the ground, there are targets, there are numbers, and the corporate is driven by results, bottom line, top line, and so on, right? So there are moments of conflicts, right? While you talk about many good values, at the same time, these are business realities. How have you balanced these things out, Shweta?
So to me, values don't remove pressure, if you ask me. They help leaders respond to the pressure without, you know, making the wrong diagnosis, if I can call it that. For me, and
Mhm.
I'll speak for myself, the way I look at it, values are great stabilizers. If you look at a pressure situation, uh, don't ask or don't look whether values work. Look
Mhm.
whether values exist in the first place.
Okay.
A pressure situation will expose that.
Mm.
Yeah, whether values exist in the first place at all or not.
Sure.
Values to me have given me strength to respond better to pressure. I've got a
Okay.
sense of great meaning and direction. They've been my biggest strength. And
Okay.
I then power through fear. Values don't mean that courage, so courage is a value, right? So courage doesn't mean that you are fearless. I'm just giving you an illustration. Courage just means that you have the capacity to power through, or if not power through, to plod through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Great. I understand, and I really like the point you made that uh, whether it exists or not, first of all, at the first place, even before you think about how to use it and so on and so forth, right? Because under pressure, like people, especially in corporate, I've seen that perception management works a lot. Many
Yeah.
people, they create perception, but then the mask can also get broken, especially when you are under pressure, right? Now,
Absolutely.
what I've realized, Shweta, the people who are in the middle of the pyramid, right, who have pressure from the top, who have pressure from the bottom, right, from the team, they are kind of stressed out because team is pushing them. I call that particular layer as the sandwich layer because they are getting sandwiched between the both the top and the bottom. Now, in those kind of situation where you have pressure coming from all direction, right? I'm very sure, and I've heard of media as an industry which is difficult industry to work with. I don't have direct exposure to it. You know about it 30 years. I mean, how have you balanced things out, especially when you were in the middle of the pyramid and you were not like on the top of the pyramid? What is your advice or some of the tips that you can share with us for mid career professionals?
I would say, I will, and at the risk of reiterating myself, I will just say that values give you tremendous strength.
Mhm.
And I'll demonstrate that this by an example. So, in one of the organizations that I was working with, I was heading that region, and so it was a beautiful print magazine that I was working for. However, our website was not getting traction, and I had a colleague on the digital sales side, good, smart guy, capable, but I was under tremendous pressure from HR, in brackets, the CEO, to get rid of him.
Okay.
And so now the test of a true leader in this example is to understand, is to discern, is to judge whether the person is the problem or the product is the problem. Because the easiest way out is to get rid of people. That's the fastest and easiest way out because we all love to take the easy way out, right? We love convenience over truth. So I stood my ground and I knew my neck was also on the line because I was extending myself. But then I stood my ground and I explained clearly that even if we change the person, the outcome will not change. Results will not, numbers will not start to flow. The problem was with our platform, it was not getting enough traction. So I just stayed put where I was. And in the end, I prevailed. My colleague stayed. I stayed. But that's the way, at least I have looked at things. And that, in my perception, that has been my reality. And that's the way I have worked. It's always very, very easy to take the easy way out. And the easiest way is the fastest way.
Yep,
I live with a clean conscience and I work with a clean conscience, and that's what makes me happy.
got it. So, I mean, you have to stand your ground if you feel it is aligned with your own value system, and work as per that rather than giving into the pressures of the circumstances. That's what I think I learned.
Absolutely, because you have to be courageous and you have to be discerning. Context, you have to look at context in any leadership role. And I do not mean that leadership, when I say leadership, you have to be the CEO. You're always responsible for somebody or the other. So you have to look at context and then discern, then arrive at a certain judgment.
Sure.
So that self awareness and that checking of the self has to be 24 by 7. Because if that is not there, uh, you know, power at any level can go out of hand.